We always learn something when we talk with Charlie Clark of the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. We're going to learn a little bit now about how we've been doing this summer. I detect it from an anecdotal standpoint. Things are starting to settle down a little bit as we head toward Labor Day weekend. Will be crazy because it always is. But I feel it's starting to settle down a little bit. Am I right or wrong?
You know, anecdotally, you are correct. Actually, the data points that out.
Okay.
We've seen our summer. It's been an interesting summer as we approach Labor Day, coming into that, and what kind of summer have we had. We are settling back into those more normal patterns. As a matter of fact, occupancy for our summer was down a little bit, slightly over from last year. And if you remember last year, there was so much pent-up demand for travel just coming off of that COVID demand.
So nothing to panic over. The numbers are coming down to more like pre-pandemic numbers, or?
Yes, like pre-pandemic. But the good news on that front is rate is up.
Okay.
So fewer folks are coming, but they're paying. To be here, which is a good position to be in for an upscale destination. So we're seeing those patterns return to a little bit normal. The more, as you mentioned, Labor Day, we know that's coming, and that's always going to be a big push for Labor Day. And then we go into sort of our fall pattern of travel. Okay.
You guys, if you haven't noticed it yet, you will soon on any social media, online in any form. The Chamber's doing its annual survey. It's a huge thing for you guys to talk about tourism. Tell me a little bit about the survey.
We really view ourselves from an organizational standpoint. It's not about more. It's about balance. And so for us, residents matter. You know what residents think matter. We're residents as well. We live here. And so it's important that we balance that resident quality of life with tourism. We all know that's what feeds our economy. But we want to know what residents think. We want to get their feedback on a number of issues when it comes to tourism and travel, which is why we send out the survey. We are launching it this week. It'll be out in market for a couple weeks. Great, phenomenal response last year. So we're hoping to get that kind of response this year as well. But asking residents everything from how they feel about seasonal tourism to how do you think it gets paid for, or what are your favorite things, or what are your pain points. We want to know it all, and so that's why we ask them.
What came out of last year's that are interesting things to think about when we're talking about filling out the survey this year?
Well, I think one of the least surprising things that came out of last year was that we were all once visitors before we were residents. We often forget that part, as we like to do, but that came out. But there were some surprises that came out of that one. We found out that we thought the results would be, what do you think when it comes to the benefits of tourism? It's about lower property taxes, or it's about my real estate values. People love their amenities. That's what we found. People love the things that tourism brings, which is the festivals and the phenomenal restaurants we have and all those amenities that we get to have year round based on what tourism does for us as a community. So I think that was great to see. Also surprising to see people didn't quite understand how tourism marketing happens, or really where the money comes from. When we asked the question, how is the bill for tourism marketing footed? And we listed a number of options: your property taxes, hospitality taxes, a tax. We were surprised that people thought that tourism marketing was being paid for by them out of their property taxes, some of them, and that's not the case at all. Visitor marketing is paid for by visitors. So, and again, the amenities that we all enjoy in terms of the property taxes, we don't have to pay because those visitors are coming. So
that's one of the great secret scams. I mean, and it's not just here. Any place that markets itself as a tourist destination, get the tourists to pay for the marketing, and you guys have been doing that for years.
Well, I think some of the things too, they did say, and we know this, we upped the ante on our education of visitors. Our residents say it's important to us. We want to educate visitors who come about our ecology, about our turtles, about to leave no trace behind. So that's something that we feel really passionate about and that we're really putting even more emphasis on right now.
I was going to say, the marketing dollars seem to be flowing that way too, to make this as much a beach and golf and tennis place to go, making it even more so an ecological place.
Definitely.
It's not by accident, right?
It's not by accident. It's not by accident.
That's why you make the big bucks, right?
No. It's just really great to have the feedback. We want to know, and that's why we ask. And residents, as you know, aren't shy. So whether it's social media, whether it's on our website, you can get that survey. The town will also be pushing out. We are in coordination with all of our gated communities on the island. We'll be pushing out that information too. So take the survey. It matters.
Fantastic. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
It's always great to have you here, Charlie. Been a busy day. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope if you missed anything at all, you'll rejoin us in 90 minutes. I'm Bob Stevens.